Hi everyone and welcome to the first ever BlogCast with Open World PC Gaming. This is where we get together as the five of us and pretty much talk about games and stuff. Being this is the first episode and you guys don't really know who we are or what we do, we're just going to have a quick introduction and then we're going to talk about our first topic, which is going to be EGX. So with us today we've got all of the team so far. We've got the Major, Spider-Monk, Steve and Super61 and of course myself, Nozzy87. So Major, if you want to start off and give us a little intro about yourself and how you started up Open World PC Gaming.
Sure. Well, my name is Major Funk. Real name is Darren. The creator of Open World PC Gaming. Yeah, it started really with I fell in love with the game DayZ, and I started a website called Daisy Dose, which was to follow the production and development of everything to do with the game. And as it progressed, I realised that the genre was really taking off, and more games were coming along with the open world title. And so I expanded it, closed Daisy Dose down, expanded it to open world PC gaming, or the open world blog, as we like to call it, covering all games that claim to be open world. And then from then, we've expanded a little bit more to include digital art, short films, video effects, CG, short films, space. Basically, it's a place where you can go, spend a good half hour or more, and peruse everything that's geeky and interesting. Let's put it that way.
So it's like a one-stop shop, isn't it, for the
Yeah.
latest news and everything that you need to know from what's gone on the day.
Exactly. We specialise, gaming-wise, we specialise in open world games because that's what really floats our boat. We try to specialise there. We have magazines set up on Flipboard where we cover more linear games that catch our eye. And there's a music section as well for anything that's deep and strange. We try to come from a left field. We don't want to just do the same thing that everybody else has done. We try to do it in a different way. The digital art, the banner on the website displays the digital art. Its intention is there to make you think, to shock you maybe, or make you think, what is this all about? But the crux of it all is the open world gaming with these side avenues that allow us to be creative with the website and encourage people. We always encourage people to come on board and share their passions. That's what the website's about, really.
Cool. Spider-Monk?
Hi.
And it breaks down.
Yeah.
Go on, say something.
Sorry, you want introduction? Yeah, well, my real name's Paul. I started gaming in the 80s. First, when I discovered Chucky Egg on the Acorn Electron, I was addicted to that. Then one day at school, someone loaded up Wolfenstein 3D on the only PC in the school, and that was it. I was addicted. So I did the usual thing. I blagged to my parents about, I need a PC for schoolwork. Got a PC straight away, loaded up Wolfenstein 3D later, Doom, and have been blasting sprites and gaming ever since, really.
Awesome. Back in the 80s as well, that made me sound young, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Did you? Oh, man.
I think we can gain from that. Paul's got an addictive personality.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anything from World of Warcraft, Civilization, thousands of hours on that.
Why did you pick the Acorn to start with and not the Spectrum like everybody else?
That's a good question.
Admittedly,
yeah. I guess the thing is, kind of, your early 80s at school, all you had was the BBC Model B computers everywhere, and that was just too expensive for our family, really. So the Acorn Electron was like the poor man's BBC. So we all jumped into that, and all my mates got it, and we started gaming on the Acorn Electron, which kind of involved hooking up a very powerful tape recorder and amp and trying to blast in games to actually get it to load. And these games used to take 10 minutes to load up. You got like
Jesus.
9 minutes and 50 seconds into loading the game, and then it just came up with fatal error, unable to read, and you had to start again. It's
Nice.
yes, yeah. So I mean, obviously times have moved on, but I haven't. I still game every day. I better say I like open world games, or else I'll get sacked. But generally, every type of game I'm into, really, always willing to give anything a try. As Matt mentioned, can get very addicted to games. World of Warcraft, I think I spent 5 years playing it. When you could type in /play to see the number of hours you actually played in that 5 years, it did amount to about 450 solid days. So I dread to think about how much of my life I've wasted on that. I've got a very patient girlfriend, what can I say?
Are you just PC gaming though? You've not moved on to consoles or had a dabble with consoles?
I explored consoles. I would say Street Fighter 2 got me into the Super Nintendo. I used to go to this video shop. I later found that Matt did as well, same video shop, and we used to play Street Fighter 2 all the time. And at the time, there was no PC or computer out there that could do those graphics until the Super Nintendo came out. So, I saved up my money and bought Super Nintendo and played Street Fighter 2 for a long time. Well, actually, until I discovered Mario Karts, and then I've played Mario Karts for even longer.
Nice.
But you're really the one of the tech guys for open world, aren't you? You love your tech as well, aren't you, Paul?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah, any latest graphics card, processor, memory, essentially any new tech that comes out, I'm reading about it for months. I'm one of these people that I read about it and thinking, yeah, I'm going to get that on release day as soon as it comes out. But you know what? I never do. I'm actually quite tight. So I generally wait until I'm absolutely sure. But I read a lot about it and I daydream about buying everything under the sun. But in fairness, I am fairly cautious with what I buy. It's got to be the right thing.
Cool. Steve, the unfortunate person in this group that doesn't have a online name.
Well, I do have an online name. It just happens to be the same
Steve.
as my real name. It is one of my biggest regrets in life that I didn't choose a more imaginative pseudonym. But there you go. I picked Steve and I'm stuck with it. As you can guess, it is actually my real name as well. As Paul said, I've also been gaming since the 80s, although I started with the ZX Spectrum, which was, I think, by far and away the more popular console. Not console, machine.
PC?
That's going a stretch.
The advantage the Spectrum had is that you had a built-in data cord, so you didn't have to worry about your games not loading so much.
It did only have 1K of memory, though, didn't it?
128.
All right.
Yeah,
oh, you had the advanced one.
I did, yes. Now, I tend to favour RPG games. I like games with a sort of well-crafted protagonists and NPCs and a storyline that you can actually care about.
So you're probably struggling in the current climate then.
Well, no, you say that, but you've got things like The Witcher.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you've got Deus Ex. I like games with escapism, so not ones that are set in contemporary life.
Right, okay.
Set either far into the future or far into the past.
So they have to have some sort of fantasy involved with them as well. So with if they're far into the past, do they have to be like The Witcher with like ghouls and stuff?
Magic and gremlins.
Yeah.
Don't have to be. I'm looking forward to obviously games like Black Death, which I don't think has any fantasy elements to it.
No.
But they just tend to, a lot of them do tend to have that.
Cool. So what's your role in the? Tell everyone what your role in the open world PC gaming is.
So at Open World PC Gaming, I'm a journalist at the moment, yeah.
Cool. I'll bring this on to you, Super 6-1.
Sorry, I thought this is Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm on the wrong channel. I'm Super 6-1, otherwise known as Matt. You might see me in the early hours of the morning, 3-4 o'clock in the morning is when I usually spend my time gaming. I am one of the journalists at Open World PC Gaming. I'll also be the cameraman for the EGX coverage, and I may also do a little bit of the presenting myself. I've been gaming many years. I don't want to disclose how many, but I do have a little gap in my history, and that is the PlayStation 2 sort of era. So I have a gap in my knowledge of that, but I am looking to go back and have a look at them. But other than that, I'm a well-rounded individual with a lot of knowledge about games, and is pretty much nearly a professional at most of them. But
Yeah.
Another tech guy as well, aren't you, Matt?
Yeah, I love my tech as well. Difference between me and Paul is I actually buy it. And, but the thing is, I buy it, I have it for 4 weeks, and I sell it for about a third of the price less than what I bought it for. But I just love new technology. I like having everything new at the time. Whatever the best thing is, whatever the graphics card is, I have to have the best one, because I just don't like to know there's something better than what I've got.
So what you're rocking at the
Very
moment?
expensive game.
I think Matt has the best PC, and
Does he?
No, I don't think I do. No, not anymore.
Oh, you're slacking.
Not anymore.
We're going to be arguing already.
But I mean, I've learned now that you don't have to. Let's say that I like to have the best thing, but perhaps I'm learning differently now. You don't have to have the best thing all the time, I'd say.
Is that why you took the Hive back?
The Hive,
Yeah.
the Vive.
The Vive.
The big problem with the Vive is, well, two problems with it. Firstly, the screen resolution is not there yet, and that is a massive problem. And I also think the Vive is too big and uncomfortable on the face for long periods of time. Having said that, I believe there's a remodeled version coming out very shortly.
All right.
But until that comes out, I still think until we get 4K screens in 4K resolution in there, I'm probably going to leave it for the time being. But it is amazing. It is the future, but it's just not quite there yet for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
And you need to have a lot of space where you can actually use it, don't you?
You do. Well, I've needed to get my dining room back because unfortunately we have
Wife
to
and
eat.
children and stuff.
We have to eat, yeah. And
There's a lot of companies working on the wireless version, isn't there? That's
yeah. I mean,
that's been a step forward.
well, exactly. That's the other thing as well. The wire is. You lose the immersion through that, so I think that'll be another step forward. But I think probably 2 generations we're looking at before we're going to get to what we really want.
Right.
I don't think it ever will get there. I think it's going to be like 3D TV.
Oh, I better not do, because that was annoying that petered out.
What,
But
3D TV?
I've actually got a well, no, not 3D TV specifically, but my monitor's 3D. My BenQ's 3D, and it's actually not too bad, not too shabby. Yeah, but yeah, so I spent extra money trying to get a 3D monitor. Now it's
You're rocking
dead.
a BenQ. I'm rocking a BenQ.
Yeah, I like BenQ. They're nice.
Yeah, good on that here.
Does the 3D work with every game, or is it just certain games?
It will scale to 3D, so it will attempt to do 3D even if it doesn't have 3D in it.
Of course, the
does that look?
first.
You what?
How does that look when it attempts to scale to 3D when it's not written for 3D?
It does. You know how if you put a film in that's not 3D and it will try and make it 3D. It's similar to that. So it will put. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you how it works. But it will try and bring the foreground forward and the background backwards. So you get the 3DS, you get like a tunnel effect on the 3DS. It's that sort of feeling. It doesn't come out the screen, it goes into the screen, if that makes sense.
No, I didn't realise that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, did you know though the first 4K VR headsets being released now.
No, I
It's
didn't.
yeah, no, from a Chinese company called Pimax. It's there's only early reviews if you scan the internet for it, but it's definitely got potential, and they're talking about it being half the price of the Vive as well. But unfortunately, Matt still got wires.
Well,
You can still get your wallet out, Matt, and have a go.
you can have a go at anything if you've got the money.
Or the credit cards.
Well, no, cash usually is better.
Probably for your activities, yeah. I suppose that brings it on to me. I'm Nozzy87, otherwise known as Chris, or the other way around. The Open World blog is now my YouTube channel. It was Nozzy87 Mod Showcases, where I featured mods from Skyrim, Fallout 4, and occasionally The Witcher 3. But that's now all changed, although there will still be mod features on there, but it'll be mainly videos for the Open World blog. And I'm pretty much just a contributor to the website, I guess.
And we're all the better for it.
Thank you. So yeah, all the coverage from EGX, I believe I'll be editing that and making videos from it. So the developer interviews, the roundup, maybe the TechFly videos, and just general footage from the day. That'll be my role to put that out to you guys and make videos for YouTube for it.
And I think we're all looking forward to going to the EGX, aren't we?
Yeah. I should probably say as well, my gaming experience started with I want to say the Sega Saturn. Like my first actual full-on gaming experience started with the Sega Saturn, because my uncle used to have one. So whenever they used to babysit me, I used to go around there and play on Alien 3 or whatever it's called, and Virtual Fighter something or other.
Wasn't there a Virtual Racer for that? One of
Something
the first
like that,
3D racing games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that for its time, it looked incredible.
And then I moved on to the N64, because all my mates had one, and we used to play WWE SmackDown constantly. Not SmackDown, that was the PS2 one. What was it called? No Mercy. WWE, or WWE, yeah. WWE? Was it WDE now, or it used to be WWF?
WWF it used to be.
Yeah, WWF,
Hulk
No
Hogan.
Mercy. Yeah. After that time, Matt. It was after that time.
After that time.
Yeah, it was after that time.
I'm not into wrestling anyway. It's fake.
No.
And then,
Sports entertainment, isn't it? What's that all about?
what?
It's not sport, is it? It's just
Dance.
just acting.
Just acting.
But yeah, sorry, we're digressing off that. I know.
Yeah. So then moved on to games like GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, and then moved on to the PS2. Traded in my N64 for PS2. Moved on to the fantastic GTA 3, which was probably the main reason I started properly gaming in the first place was that game.
Oh, Liberty City.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I traded in everything I had and my N64. All the games I have for my N64, everything, to get a PS2 and just GTA 3.
You see, the question
that's all
is,
I played for a solid year or a bit.
did you actually complete it though, or did all you do is just run around causing carnage and trying to outrun the police?
You know, I actually can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I know I got to the 90% area, and I know I got 96 secret packages. But apart from that, I can't remember any other stats from it. I think I did at some point, obviously, just running around from cops and just shooting people, and because obviously that's what the whole game's
That's
for.
what everyone does eventually.
Yeah, that's what the game's for. It's not there to actually do the missions. It's there just to shoot people and like just chase.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I think was the next one. That was the 80s one,
That was Vice
wasn't
City.
it?
That was Vice City, which I
That's
ordered.
when motorbikes came in.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that from Game Station, and it didn't come. So I had my mum phone them, and she complained on the phone to them, and they sent the next day. So that's the power of mothers. Get the games you want when you want them.
So what would you say, Chris, is your favourite console?
My favourite console is still the N64.
N64? Right.
Still the N64.
Do you have it on
I can't
PlayStation?
tell you why. I think it's the fact that you had to take the car out and blow it every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that maintenance that you had to do. You had to take care of your console in those days, like properly take care of them.
We actually also share a passion, don't we, Chris? Modding of Skyrim and Fallout and
Yeah, I've never actually fully tried it myself. Well, not fully.
No, the following of it and the
Yeah, I've got, well, one of my good friends is a modder of Skyrim, DarkFox127. I haven't talked to him in a while, actually, because he's been busy with Corinthia Tower and I've been busy with new job and starting up this. But yeah, I do have a passion for at least following it and understanding what those guys do, because they do dedicate a lot of their free time
It's amazing
to
what they do.
improving our experience of those games. Because, to be honest, Bethesda are a good developer, but they do fall short when it comes to a final product. They're better than some, but they do leave things out, and they do have a lot of bugs in there that shouldn't be in there.
I wonder if they know that they've got such a mod following that they kind of just think, well, it'll be modded.
They take it for granted now, I think. I fully believe they take it for granted now. Yeah, definitely.
Well, they build their games specifically for modding, don't they? You know, you actually have to program it in a certain way to
I fully
bring
believe
out the toolkits for it.
Yeah, but I believe they were blessed with the fact that that's how they built their initial framework in the first place. They built their initial games off that framework, and they just happened to have that in place, and it was just easy to do from there.
Yeah,
But
there's such a passionate following, of most of their games. It's just that they know it's going to get modded.
yeah,
They know it's going to be improved upon, and so it just makes you wonder, doesn't it, whether they think, oh, it'll be all right in the end.
yeah. I think they're responsible as well for so many other games now having mod support out of the box. I mean, I think games can only benefit from that, especially things like Squad. It's in alpha still, but yet you can still mod it at this point and make mods for it. So that's pretty decent.
It gives it some longevity, doesn't it?
It gives you a lot of replayability. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can play Skyrim now and it'd be 1,000 times better and different to when you first played it, and it would be a completely different game.
And I still
But
do.
it is quite an old game, so they
know.
have to design it for older systems, really.
Yeah, it's 32-bit, which wasn't good for it. But
No, but they have brought out a new HD texture pack, haven't they? Just for last month or so.
What, the official Skyrim?
Yeah, a new pack. They're calling it something like Skyrim HD or something like that. I remember reading about it, but I don't know if it's actually out yet.
That's Skyrim HD remastered. They're bringing out the whole game again, remastered.
And it's free to everyone that's bought the game, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That is good, but I feel the only reason they've done that is so they can offer mod support on consoles for it. And therefore sell more copies of the game because it's going to be modded on consoles.
If you've modded it already heavily, you'll still get a better experience and a better.
Yes, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
So
Yeah, the modding community will benefit from having it on a 64-bit platform. Yeah.
if it's more stable, that's a win.
Yeah.
Other
If the
than that,
performance is better and it's more stable, that is definitely a win.
It's as if it's a more stable platform to start from.
And if it can handle more frames than it currently does, that'll be.
That's a bonus. But other than graphically, they can't compete with the modders.
No, because they have to. They have to do that balance, I suppose, between playability and performance. And if they try to do what the modders do and put all that in, not only would it take a lot of time, it wouldn't be as playable possibly than the finished product they put out. But.
Yeah.
Right, so I guess we've come to the point where we should start talking about EGX.
Yeah.
Where we are attending on Saturday the 24th. And we have several developer interviews lined up, which will be featured on the channel.
Shall we go through them individually?
We can do if you want, or we can... What I was wanting to do was we could... basically, I've been to EGX several times. I've been to EGX Res and EGX proper. All the way back since 2012. I was just wondering what your guys' anticipation for the event was. What you're hoping to get out of it.
Yeah, because we haven't been, have we?
No, this is going to be your first ever... Is this your first ever gaming event?
It is for me, yeah.
In all your longer years of gaming, this is your first ever gaming event, so...
Yeah, it's official. The whole vibe of it, I think that it's a mixture of everything. The queues I'm looking forward to. I envisage long queues for playing games in this, but it's not so much that. I'm looking forward to the interviews. I'm looking forward to meeting the devs that's agreed to talk to us. That's awesome of them, and we will name you and you know.
Shame you.
Yeah, I was thinking that's the only bit that comes
No,
next, isn't it?
I actually thought that. You know, we'll talk about you individually, but it's the whole vibe of it, the whole. It sounds weird, but I don't feel that I need to queue up and play games. I just want to, the
Yeah, you
cosplay,
just- yeah.
the whole vibe, just to be there and experience it. But
I know exactly
the
what
main
you
thing
mean.
we're playing for is the interviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's we're doing it as seriously this year, our first year, but it's also we're taking it on a serious
Yeah.
stance of it, and so yeah, the whole it's a bit boring, bit of a boring answer, but the whole thing, it's the vibe of it.
It's something brand new that you've not
Yeah.
experienced before, but you've seen maybe video footage for, and you just want to be one of those people in the crowd,
Exactly.
enjoying the vibe, and yeah.
If there is time between all our 5 interviews that we've done, 5 different devs, then there is. I am interested in Dishonored 2. I would like to see that,
Yeah.
only because it's
Yeah.
exclusive to EGX, if you like. But again, Bethesda, and again, a great franchise. So yeah, there's a few of them like that. But other than that, I'm happy to be there. Happy to meet the guys that's agreed to talk to us, and just experience the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dishonored 2 as well. I really like Dishonored. Right up my street, RPG with the steampunk theme. So I'd be interested to see what they've done with the second one.
Yeah, it's actually right with Street, isn't it? Set in the past, it's an RPG, and it's got magic and shit.
And it's escapism.
Yeah.
It was
So,
written
yeah.
for you, Steve.
Yeah.
And you can play as a girl this time around, Steve. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And it's stealth as well. And I always like games with a stealth element.
Ticks all your boxes.
Sneaking about. I managed to play the first one with hardly killing anyone. Because I didn't get the trophy for not killing anyone.
Yeah, it's because you kill people.
Yeah.
You talking about real life, Steve, or game? They're sneaking about and killing people. For me, I'd like to echo Darren what Darren says. I think I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of like-minded people there. You will probably see us there, so just do come up to us and say hello.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have the t-shirts.
We have
on.
t-shirts.
Yeah, come up, say hello, and tell us your thoughts about what you're enjoying about the show. What I am looking forward to in particular is it's going to be the debut of the PlayStation 4 Pro. So
Okay.
I'm interested to see what the improvement to or faux 4K graphics are going to look like, and the HDR is going to look like on that. And also having to go on the PlayStation VR and see how that compares to the Vive and the Oculus.
All right.
So I'm definitely interested in seeing that. Games wise, Battlefield 1 to me, it's not even been released yet, but it almost feels like it's been out 3 years
Yeah, it's
already.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
FIFA, I am looking forward to having a quick look at that.
We can have a game on FIFA.
And just like Dan said, just get the general vibe, see how it goes. I'm looking forward to the indie side of things as well. I'm looking for something a little bit different, so hopefully we'll find something new there.
Yeah. I think I'm most looking forward to, game-wise, is the indie section.
Yeah.
Because over my first experience was EGX Res, which is primarily the indie show. And I spent a lot of time there talking to developers and stuff, and that was really good. I feel they're more, when you go to these sorts of things, when it's the bigger games, they tend to be more PR people that are there. I haven't talked to any actual developers. Like last year, the Division was there, but they didn't seem to have any like developers or anything from the Division. It was mainly PR people just getting you into the game, showing you how to use it and stuff, and it wasn't as an enjoyable experience as it could have been. No. But then when you go to the indie section, it's all the developers and the people that have worked on that game there, and the passion that they have for the games that they've created, and concern, and also the enjoyment they get from you actually playing their games in front of them is fantastic. And I think that's what I'm most looking forward to this year, is we've got several good interviews lined up for indie games, and yeah, we've got the good thing of going around and talking to them and interviewing and recording them.
Yeah, I think the open world blog is a big supporter of indie games. probably more so than the AAA.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of games that come out at the moment. Obviously, go to early access and things that are indie games, and there's such a amount of them that are open world at the moment.
Yeah.
That I think it'd be stupid of us not to be supporters of an indie franchises.
It's where the creativity is. To me, the AAA, a lot of the times, not always, and play safe. They play with what they know works, and know where they're going to get the money. Where the developers are prepared, they've got nothing to lose by trying a new aspect, a new UI, a new game mechanic, a new
Well, in some
something.
senses, they've actually got more to lose because that is their only.
Well,
only
I mean, I think Darren's hit the nail on the head here, because what I'm looking forward to when I go is I want to be wowed. I want to see something that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But all the main developers, it's all the generic same formula. You kind of look through the list and you've got Gears of War 4, Street Fighter 5, Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1. These are just franchises just
Call of
churning
Duty.
out again and again and again. They just touch up the graphics, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Whereas it's the independent gamers, they are putting a new dimension to gaming. They can risk things, they're not putting millions on the line, so they can actually try out the ideas and just get somewhere with it.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, going on this subject as well, is the fact that UK gaming is suffering. It really is. You've got EA and not much else in terms of big gaming companies. That they've all left the UK. And what I'm interested to see
Ubisoft have
is...
a couple of headquarters here.
Do they?
Yeah, there's one in Newcastle.
Right, but I mean, that's not the kind of main headquarters, is it?
No, but they still do develop and do the storylines and things.
Right, because what I just want to see is what the independents are going to add to kind of the gaming industry and the careers that can come out with this. I'm actually having a look at the EGX website, and I see they're actually having a careers fair there. And while I don't want a career in gaming myself, I do want to see what opportunities are out there for people, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching these videos that are so passionate about gaming, have got these wow ideas that want to go forwards, not really sure how to get into the industry or what opportunities are available. So I'd just like to sneak off for half an hour and just find out what career opportunities are there and what people need to be doing to get into gaming, and are these companies coming back to the UK, and what opportunities are there for people.
Yeah, we'll put that on the website.
Yeah, I think, Paul, that's a very good thing to put on the website. Let people know what's going on. Yeah.
Yep.
Good shout there, Paul. Nice one. I think we covered everyone, didn't we, then?
I think so.
I think the other big thing for me is obviously meeting you guys, because obviously we're based in different parts of the UK. We've only ever talked online. It could be like catfish for all I know.
That summed up Matt to a T.
It's a bit like blind dating now. It's just, don't know what you're going to get, do you? But...
Just without the scouser. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to meeting you guys and basically just I'm really seeing what we can do at the event. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we can go from here and go to like obviously EGX Res in I think it's March, April time, and then push forward with that.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not. And big up to the developers who's agreed to talk to us.
Well, yeah, it's funny enough, it's actually mainly Green Man Gaming that has provided all these interviews for us.
Oh, that's
they're not definitely Green Man Gaming, just distribution company.
Yeah, those developers and those games are underneath the Green Man Gaming affiliation group or something. Yeah, so those games come first to Green Man Gaming, and there's discounts on them on that site as well. So if you like what you see from our interviews over the next couple of days, going into next week, then if you head to Green Man Gaming, you'll find those games on there with a bit of a discount as well.
Yeah.
So I think.
Do you know, I hope these Green Man Gaming games are as good as what I'm expecting them to be. Because
Some of them are very ambitious.
You see, the thing is, you have big games companies, and you try their games, and you can like them, and you might not like them, and you can slag them off, and that's fine. They'll survive. But these smaller companies, you're talking about people doing this often in their spare time. They're pouring their heart and their soul into it, and I just hope they're good, because I would hate to say to any of them, I don't understand the direction you're going. It's not very polished. It's not good, and you're shattering people's dreams. So fingers crossed, they're going to be spot on.
I actually feel a bit sorry for the developers of No Man's Sky.
Right, we're going to go there, are we, Steve?
We have to go there.
Oh no!
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's like Paul said. They put their heart and soul into this game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
a lot of people are now demanding refunds.
Well, if we don't like it, we'll say we don't like it. You probably see us running out of EGX.
No, we're going to be honest, guys. We're going to ask. We may ask the question that makes the developer squirm a little bit. That's what we do. But we're going to be honest.
Definitely. But I think they're expecting that as well, though. They've got to know that you come with that sort of.
Hard with that, won't they?
Yeah.
But the list we've got is a pretty good list, so
yeah,
I look forward to meeting them.
That list will be present on screen around about now as well for everyone that's interested in seeing what we're going to look at. And again, there's links down below for the Open World PC Gaming blog, obviously, and all of our social links and stuff are down there as well. So if you feel like getting in touch, actually, because we are looking for contributors to the site and to the YouTube channel, all that information will be down below in the description.
Yeah. Kind of sad. It's not just contributors to gaming. If you are passionate digital artist, or your passion is space or science or short films, have a look at the blog. We want a hub for a place where it's sort of one stop. You can go and fulfill all your needs.
Yeah.
To
One day it may
stuff.
even be called just the digital blog sort of thing. So we're looking for anything on that.
Yeah, come and join us.
Yeah,
we are.
Even if you've got a new brand of something that we've not seen yet or it's not featured on the blog.
Actually, we love that. We love somebody to come to us and say, I wanted to try this, but it's completely way out there. It's very weird. Then we're interested, because weird can be good.
Not like weird as in can't be viewed by the common person, but
no.
Not as in illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, the only criteria for us is no thugs, no mugs, no perverts, just passionate people. That's all we want.
Yeah. And if you're someone that just takes pictures of leaves, that might be okay. Yeah.
No leave botherers, do we?
Leave.
You'll get an idea if you visit the blog. Then you'll get an idea of what kind of stuff we're talking
and I mean,
about.
even though the website and everything's been going for a couple of years now, we're still very fresh to this whole thing. We've only been, the five of us, been doing this sort of aspect of things for like a couple of weeks, if that.
I don't think it's been a couple of years. I think Daisy Dose was the original website would take it a couple of years. I think it's been less than that, mate. So
no, I think it's because the first message you sent me was when I was in Rome.
Wow.
Which was, I think, a year and a half ago, and I think the website had been up for a little bit before there, so it might be 2 years.
Wow. I stand corrected. Time flies then.
There you go.
Yeah, we just want the more and more contributors, the better.
Yeah.
If you're right, if you just want to write article, if you've got an opinion, then let us know. We want to hear from you.
Okay.
Or if you've got a suggestion for our blogcasts.
Yes, definitely, yes. I think the next blogcast that we're going to do is, well, one of the blogcasts that we're going to do in the future will be exclusively what is open world gaming, where the five of us will get together and discuss what our views on what an open world game is. For example, is DayZ an open world game? Is GTA an open world game? Is Skyrim an open world game? Or is, for example, GTA just sandbox? That sort of thing.
It's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a deep question, Darren, that we can spend many hours discussing.
We can. The other thing I'd like to touch on before we leave is tech. You want to just describe that, Matt?
TechFly.
TechFly is going to be one of our newer channels. It's going to be Myself, Paul, and Darren are going to be travelling around various pubs in the Sheffield area initially, but we are looking to spread it around the country.
Spread the love.
And we're going to be just talking tech, talking games, talking what's going on in the media at that time. And we'll be filming that. And audience participation is going to be very much welcome. We're trying to go down like a TFI Fridays, Top Gear sort of style with it. So you see that very shortly.
Yes. First videos coming soon.
Yeah, with support from Sheffield Star, local or regional newspaper. So yeah, it should be good.
So if you like what you see in this video, obviously subscribe to the channel. It's appreciated. Any likes that are on the video also appreciated. And if you do dislike the video, dislike it, but let us know down in the comments what your thoughts and why you dislike it are, and we can aim to improve and provide new content in the future. So thanks for watching, guys. We're Open World PC Gaming, the Open World blog, and we'll see you in the next one.